Welcome back, apples and cherries, for another maths lesson looking at place value. Now remember, our unit of learning this week is just recapping our knowledge and understanding of place value with our numbers up to 20. Our learning objective that we've been looking at this week is to be able to demonstrate our understanding of place value. Now, our success criteria is that we can count to 20, we can also explain the terms tens and ones, and we can even use different representations. So far we've looked at deans and tens frames, and we're looking at something new again today. There is no retrieval practice today because what we are looking at is retrieving throughout the whole of this lesson, and your task is going to have different questions based on what we've looked at this week. So we're just going to go through and recap what we have learnt so far. So on the screen, you should be able to see a picture of our deans, our chips and our peas. Could you tell me what number it is representing? Remember, if you need to, count the tens first and then count the ones. It is 18, and it's 18 because we have 1 10 and 8 ones. This time I want you to draw a representation of the number. So what number's on my screen? 19, well done. Now I haven't told you how I want you to draw it, so you can choose. So you might want to draw your deans, so your chips and peas, or maybe you want to draw something else. If you need to, pause the video so you can go and get a piece of paper and a pen. Okay, so hopefully you've had a go at drawing it yourself. I'm going to draw chips and peas, so my deans, because I think it's the easiest and quickest way to show it. So I've got 1 10, so I'm going to draw 1 chip, and 9 ones, so I'm going to draw 9 peas. Now your drawing's probably a lot better than mine, but I wonder if you drew something different. Could you explain what you drew and why you drew it? This slide shows our tens frame, which is something new we looked at this week. Now just quickly, remember a tens frame has a value of 10 when it's filled in with the counters, okay? So this one at the top we know is 10 because there are 10 counters filling it up. But I wonder, what is this whole tens frame? What number is it representing? Well done, it's representing number 14 because at the top, like I said, we already know we've got 10 because it's already been filled up. So then we just need to count on 11, 12, 13, 14. Now again, this is something new that we looked at this week, and remember it's called a part whole because we have 2 parts at the bottom and our whole number at the top. And as you can see, I've got a number in my top circle, and what number is it? 11, well done. So for this one, we're going to draw our deans to separate into tens and ones. So in this circle, how many tens am I going to draw? 1, well done, 1 chip. And how many ones am I going to draw in the other circle? Just 1, well done. This time we're going to write the numbers in. So remember, this bubble down here is our tens, and this bubble is our ones. So what number am I going to draw in our tens circle for number 18? Remember, I'm not just going to draw a 1 because we're looking at 10, so I have to draw a number 10. And in the other circle, I'm going to write the number 8 because 18 has 8 ones. Now in your task you will see that there is a challenge question. Now the challenge question is something that we haven't looked at yet, but I'm just going to have a quick practice with you now. But you should be able to do it by applying what you have learnt this week. So that means using the techniques that I have taught you to have a go. So as you'll see here, we've got our tens frame again, and it is representing the number 14. And over here, we have to show a tens frame that represents a number 1 more than 14. So first of all, we need to work out what 1 more than 14 is. And there's different ways we can do that. We could do it in our heads, or we could draw out the tens frame to show 14, and then we could add 1 more counter, because that is showing us 1 more. So I'm going to fill up my tens frame here, so that I've got 14, 14 and 15, okay? So as I said at the beginning of today's lesson, we are looking at recapping all our knowledge. So your task today has lots of different questions for you to have a go at. So you might recognise the part whole or the tens frames, and I want you to try your best at doing it independently, so doing it on your own, but you might need a grown-up's help to read the questions for you. And remember, at the bottom here we have our challenge question, so give it a go. Wow, apples and cherries, we've done a whole week on place value. Let's have a look then and reflect how much we have learnt over these few days. So now we should all be able to count confidently to 20. We can explain the terms tens and ones, and we've looked at using different representations. Now, can you name me some of the representations we've used? Yep, we've used deans, we've used tens frames, and we've used part whole models. And today you should have completed quite a challenging task. So well done, apples and cherries. You're always working super hard and making me and Miss Batten proud.